Good morning, and welcome back to Sip and Chat with Azem and Jade. And we're here for, this is what, episode 3?
Yes, already.
Easy, so scrolling down, Jade.
I know.
But yeah, looking forward to an amazing show. Lots of cool topics. Jade's picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of interesting topics this morning, and looking forward to just hearing back from the sippers out there and yeah, seeing exactly where this adventure takes us this morning.
Yes, and guys, please remember to like and share. Don't be greedy. Make sure you share with your friends. Also subscribe to us on YouTube.
And click the little bell.
Yes.
So you get the notifications as to exactly when we go live. Oh, yesterday we had an interesting development. Yeah, we had an announcement to make.
You?
Yeah, the 100th subscriber on YouTube.
Oh, I think that was a lie. Make a lie to you. When I checked it last night, it was 94. So.
Jade had me all excited.
I had me all excited.
Well, I guess what? Hopefully by the end of the show,
Yes.
we do have the 100 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, who knows, you could get a very special shout out on the show this morning. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell to kind of keep up with what's going on with us. Jade, how are you doing?
I woke up feeling a little, not like myself.
Yeah?
However, I'm going to power through today.
You know, that's something that a lot of people don't recognize. I always admired persons like, like Sugar Bowl, GQ, and, even like EK, like people who daily do what we do, because, people don't care how you're feeling. People don't care what happened to you last night. You could get the bite out of your life the night before. People expect you to come in the morning, put on a good face. Be happy, deal with it. We have it a little easier because the nature of our show is a little different.
Yeah.
But for people who do these other shows, particularly in radio, I always admire that. It's like, why?
Because you got to bring the best, eh?
You got to bring your best every day, no matter what's going on in your life.
We could come in here and kind of tell them the truth,
Yeah.
We get bite last night, or,
I mean, I probably wouldn't tell them that, but.
I would, if you get bite, not if I get bite. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't tell you, so you wouldn't know.
You ain't gonna tell me? After I get bite, you ain't gonna tell me?
Maybe a few months after.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, that's why you even getting told at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have to process the feelings first, Jade.
That's true.
You have to process, and then I can share, and then I could speak honestly about it.
Openly and honestly.
Yes. But yeah, so people, don't really recognize that's something that people who are in front of cameras, people who, in front of microphones all the time, even artists who have to go and perform, people don't know. I have literally been on tour when one of my techs, one of the persons on the tech team, he lost his grandma.
Oh, Lord.
He lost his grandma, and we found out just as the show was about to start. And he powered through, he did the show, and then, pretty much left on a train that night to go catch a plane back home. But people don't understand the struggles it takes. And even people in the regular life deal with that.
Yeah.
But some people don't have the luxury of being able to put things on hold. Or there's not things like what's the name? What they call it when you have a loved one that passed?
Bereavement?
Bereave-
Bereavement
is
leave?
That's what they
Yeah,
call
I
it,
think so.
bereavement leave. I was wondering. But yeah, so there's some occupations that don't really, and especially if, like if you're an entrepreneur, you work for yourself, or your business is literally you.
Yeah, you got to grieve on the go.
By grieve and they go by.
Yeah, you got to
Grieve.
definitely grieve on the go.
But yeah, so what happened to your friend when you wake up this morning? What was going on?
I don't know, just wake up this morning feeling a little headache-ish, you know. Main if it's because I was up late last night, as usual.
You hear tight? Because I realized,
me hear you tight,
I realized it yesterday.
The hair isn't tight, and yes, my hairstyle changed because tomorrow is my birthday. Yes, I have to come here look like a hot girl.
Indeed.
But
Not saying that you don't usually.
no, you know, hot girl is forever.
Yeah.
The hot girl ways is forever.
Jade is a baddie.
Yeah. Even when I'm not.
Indeed.
But you said something really interesting just now. You said that even if you get bite, you're not going to tell me, and that had me thinking. You remember your first bite?
No. I think what happens is, for a lot of men, because the women do it so well, we probably don't really know. So I'm not the one to go and say no, but
So you were in a get bite?
no, like, I mean, maybe after the fact. So it's a little different after the fact. Like, if you find out when you don't care no more, it's kind of like, okay, I kind of knew that. Like, and sometimes you know and you suspect, you just don't have the proof. So what generally happens then is you start checking out. So by the time you find out, it's kind of like,
It's too late.
this ain't really burning me how it's supposed to burn me. When it really does hurt is when you didn't see it coming.
You didn't see the bite coming?
No, if you
You
see,
think your life happy, your home happy,
yeah, if
everybody just chilling?
if you think everybody chilling, you're doing your best, and then it's just like, brap. Then yeah, what happened? You remember yours? No?
I think I remember my first heartbreak, if it was a bite. And I remember laying down in the floor in the kitchen. I was in like high school. Yeah.
You were lying down in the floor in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel like there's a lot of people out there who could relate.
That's all I
To
could do. Just let down.
just find a floor and let out.
All I could do is just let down as him Lord. I could literally feel my heart breaking.
I might be a bad person because because teenage heartbreak I find very funny.
Why?
It's very funny to me.
Oh, teenagers don't have that?
Yes.
They don't have feelings?
Yes.
So it's funny.
Because it is. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like young love heartbreak, I find hilarious. And it's terrible, but I'm being honest. This is a safe space.
Yeah, of course. It's only you here and everybody else watching.
But when I hear like about, the 16-year-olds and the 15-year-olds who just like their whole life is flashing before their eyes, which is really just a flash, and they are feeling as though they will never.
They're gonna never love again. This is it for them.
Jade, this is terrible because
You keep saying that, and I really believe you.
The person is probably listening. I heard, like, I was talking to someone young, and she was telling me, she's pretty certain that she won't ever love again. And I'm like, listening because I understand like what she's feeling is real, like it's valid. But it's kind of like you're just getting off the block. Like you ain't even into a fifth of your life yet.
She's just jumping off the porch.
You had your first real relationship like 2 years ago. You're probably gonna have relationships for the next 60 years. Like what happened in the first two, you're gonna be alright.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be alright. I think that's why you could afford to laugh, because I know you're gonna be alright, man.
In the moment, we don't feel like we're gonna be alright.
In the moment,
but
everything is amplified.
Yes. In hindsight, we're gonna get over that just now.
Yeah. Jade, that's why it's funny. Because the thing is, last week you was on the floor in your kitchen, laying in a pool of tears, right? I will never love again. Oh my God, man bad, woman bad.
I mean, they are, but,
Anyway.
That's beside the point.
Yeah. And then about 2 weeks later, somebody jump in your DM and
you in love again.
You're in love again. And it's like,
start the process all over again.
Start the process all over again. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny.
Noted.
It's not that I don't see the feelings as valid. I just see them as fleeting.
Wow.
They are, Jade. They are.
So you got sometimes, you know.
Have I ever been in that? I think maybe once.
Once you've been in which situation? On the floor situation or?
Well, just feeling really bad about the way things might have turned out with a significant other.
Oh, you have feelings?
I had feelings one time, and then
that go for you?
that's why I don't have any more.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got rid of those. They weren't really serving a real purpose. I was like, but I can just got to.
Yeah, Talk it out.
No, but on a serious note, you know what it is too? I think I'm very logical.
Me
right?
too.
I'm very logical, right, to a fault. So what happens is two things. From an emotional standpoint, perhaps I get to the point where people feel like the opposite of love is hate. It's not.
It is, sorry, the word is tell me.
It's indifference.
Oh, that's not what I was going to
Yeah, the opposite of love is indifference. Like if I love you and then I don't love you anymore, I don't hate you. It's just I might be indifferent. So it's care versus not caring. Almost. Well, that's for me.
Okay.
Right? So sometimes we stay in a situation so long that the love turns to indifference. Where it's like I really just don't care so much anymore. And then the effects of whatever betrayal might be less effective. Just like I don't like the fact I don't feel like, but just. Yeah.
What's that word? When it's not hate, but it's hate like for your partner. Like you just start feeling like you see them like what you hear. What's that word again? Like literally every time you see them, you're annoyed. You don't feel joy when they're around you. You feel, oh, what's that word? Huh?
Contempt.
It wasn't that one, but close. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when you probably should do you end the relationship at that point? Like if you started to literally feel disgusted when you see that, no? Because of situations that have continuously happened over and over. No?
No.
Okay.
No. And bear in mind that I'm one of the people who believe that people be jumping in and out of relationships too fast for next to nothing.
Okay.
If things don't work out, if things not working out, people signal that as I see that as a signal to leave. Like, I don't agree with that. I think.
So what do you think? When do you think you should leave?
When there is an inability to put in the effort to make it work. Of course, we're not talking about in situations where there is perhaps abuse and that kind of thing. We're not talking about that. Just talking about, two people together and the feelings that once existed seem to not exist anymore, maybe all because of a series of bad decisions and maybe even both partners' parts, which really cause the feelings to the thing. Because
I know some ladies need to end them over text now, because watching certain men in the face and telling them, sorry, this is done, you don't know what the reaction is going to be like. You don't know what lengths they're going to go to. Trust me. It might be a couple for some, but for some it's a safety reason.
I just feel like that. I feel like that is.
You could feel how you feel.
No. What I'm saying is, I feel like that is valid. I feel like you're talking about like the vast minority of situations. Like I don't like when we having like some conversations, and like people just go to like the most obscure like scenario to justify the point.
As a woman, right, you have to go to the most obscure scenario.
No, I think you could judge whether.
People are irrational, you know.
I know, but what I'm saying is, you would know if your partner is a rational person or not. Like,
sometimes.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the people that understand that, hey, this person is a bit unstable. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying I think that is a vast minority of situations where people are wanting to walk away. Bear in mind that a lot of times, those situations, I don't think it comes out of left field.
What?
I don't think the relationship ending comes out of left field. So, if there's a couple, they have an irrational person who, whatever, that person...
So, sorry, not to cut you off, right? But somebody on here telling me to tell you $500 final offer. You're selling yourself without me?
No, Jade.
You cut it out the middleman?
No, Jade. But they message you, Jade? They didn't message me?
They message me, they message. In general.
Oh.
On the live. They said tell Azem $500 final offer.
No, you gotta come better than that.
Okay, carry on now.
Yes. But yeah, I think that if you're in a relationship with somebody that is maybe a bit unhinged,
A bit, yes.
or
A
a little unstable or irrational in their thoughts, that would have presented in other ways in the relationship, and that might be very well be the reason why you're leaving the relationship.
But then sometimes you don't realize the things that are doing irrational until you look back at it after the relationship over, right? Because I think a lot of us like to see things happen and go, a little strange, but ain't like, concerning.
Yeah.
But when you finish now and you start going back over the things, you realize
There was a red flag party.
it was literally a carnival with all red flags.
Yeah. But like I'm saying, if those things happen in the relationship, then I don't think it's so much of a surprise when, one of the parties decide to move forward. Because I could say the same thing for guys as well. Like, I would go as far as to say that it's probably even more likely, probably less impactful, but maybe more so where a guy decides to walk away from a relationship and in a fit of sadness and rage, girl end up thumping up partner as he
Thumping up
keen care. Yeah. So I feel like that is even more for reality for guys than for women. It is, but I do believe that the consequences can be worse for women because of the power dynamic that
Definitely.
exists.
By the way, somebody then I was at 650. You can play the guitar?
Yes, but I'm not thinking about the bass.
Oh yeah, that's my bass, not guitar. So you see 650. What do you think? A little higher? I feel like that a little cheap still,
Yeah, that a little cheap still.
Yeah.
People out here getting house and AC and...
I'm telling you, when pay money and so.
Yeah.
Come on, get 650.
Come on, man. I feel bad now.
I feel bad too.
I feel bad now.
I'm managing Azem a lot better than that.
Hey, the tech team, yeah, could just like block out my face. 'Cause obviously, ain't doing it for me. Like, just put a big black like.
No, you don't hide the product, okay?
Or pixelate, you could pixelate the face.
I need to start coming in here doing the voices way before we start the show.
Oh my gosh.
Spin your own, talk about your qualities and these things.
I have good qualities.
Yeah. By the way, somebody else in my DM that I forget to tell you, they're taking up their offer.
Oh, great. Great. We could discuss after.
Yeah, they told me this and I forgot, and then...
You went sleep?
No, they told me this, I forgot, and they reminded me again.
Oh, okay. Well, after the show. But Jade, you were telling me about this guy who was telling me that he really adores your feet. What's up with that?
I didn't tell you that.
That's what I signed the one sheet.
That's what you said in the one sheet?
That's what I signed the one sheet.
Those are the exact words you signed in the one sheet?
Well, that was my interpretation of what was put in the one sheet.
Because that's not what I typed. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so I'm mistaken?
This ain't even a paraphrasing scenario. This is literally you seeing some words and decided, nah, that's why we didn't. No. But I was listening to a conversation yesterday on one of my favorite podcasts, and they were talking about feet. And I was wondering if women feel the same way about feet as men do. Because, men love to see their women's feet done, smooth, polished, all these nice things.
Okay. So ask the question.
Do women feel the
No.
same? You tell me ask the question.
The answer is no.
But may I finish?
Okay, ask it again.
Do women feel the same way about men's feet as women? As men feel about women's feet?
No.
So y'all just free to class to this with y'all talents.
No, but see, the reason for that is that our feet don't look like y'all feet. So there's no way y'all should be feeling the same way about ours as we feel about you guys own. And I have been on the record, Jade, as encouraging men to take care of their feet.
We have been big feet advocates, remember? Kylie still has a pedicure special, $50, get your feet done.
Oh, really?
Yes,
oh,
yes.
Nice.
Y'all don't have to scratch
50?
us to death. 50.
Yeah, big up Kylie one time.
I know, you do not have to scratch us to death. And take the sheets. I've heard some stories.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look, guys, if your toes cut the sheets, you might need to go to JNF instead. Like, that don't seem... you might, like, TDC Home and Building. You might need to ask Dominic if he have anything up there that could handle that kind of...
Any saws?
Something.
Weed whacker, maybe?
I don't know, but I don't think you go to the regular place for that kind of problem.
By the way, just the last update on the situation. She said things like so she can.
Sometimes you gotta know when to fall, yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to know when to fall.
You do.
Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Yes.
It's on right there.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think so. I for one don't understand the foot fetish thing. I don't understand
Because you don't have one. So why would you understand it?
No, but I think there is.
There's fetishes that you understand?
Yes.
Which one?
Furries. I understand furries.
Okay. Why?
I understand furries.
I need you to elaborate.
I believe it could come from several different places. I think it could come from a person who desires a special blend of comfort and intimacy. I do believe also that your first actual companion for a lot of people, when they talk about them being in bed alone, in them being, when they start realizing their own space and whatever, is your teddies, the teddy bear. The teddy bear is your first cuddle companion.
That is true.
So I could understand where stuff come from, or what might be appealing about certain things, even though it doesn't appeal to me. But yeah, the feet thing, I don't know, and I'm good with not knowing. I'm good with not understanding.
Listen, we don't king shame.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, some of them we definitely have to, but we try for the most part.
Yeah.
Because there's some things out here, right, that I'm super confused about.
Jade, see, that's the problem. The problem is, if it ain't for me, then I don't even need to know about it.
Not my monkeys, not my circus?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think sometimes what happens is we go exploring into places that really we don't belong.
We really don't.
We don't belong.
But some of the times, that we're exploring is literally coming to us.
Yeah, and that's a big problem too.
Yeah, like don't traumatize me without my consent.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I feel like one of the issues that I've been having lately is the fact that, especially sexual content is so prevalent everywhere.
Oh my God!
That you can't, it's almost like you can't escape it.
You cannot.
And the problem I have with that is, if I am seeing it, then that means people who probably shouldn't can.
Remember when we on the tip?
Yeah.
It's way down.
Parents didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Parents didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. We thought we was.
Yeah, we thought we were doing something.
But no, it's literally you just open an app and you see it.
Yeah, even if you don't want to.
Yeah.
That's the part that, if you have to go and search for it, that's one thing. But when it's just like you're literally in the middle of like a research paper or something, and it's just like popping up, then it's crazy. It's crazy. And the issue for me is like extremes. Like extreme. So yeah, it's all over. And I think it really affecting us. Like I was telling someone the other day how even social media gives people this unrealistic view of the options, right? Because like prior to social media, you know, husband and wife, happily married. Husband gets up in the morning, goes to work. He may see 4, 5 women throughout the day that he is like that he considers extremely attractive, that fall into that category. That he finds extremely attractive. But usually what he's gonna see is he's gonna see 1 or 2 women as he makes his way from home to work. Then he has his co-workers there. And then she might send him by the shop to buy something, so you can see the ladies who buy the shop. Right? In the shop, the supermarket, the people who might be working at the supermarket. And then he makes his way back home, and throughout the day he might run into, you know, let's say 3 or 4 women who he finds extremely attractive, and he knows who they are, and he probably is going to see them again, and those are going to be the 3 or 4 women who he regularly sees, who he finds attractive. Now, open your phone. Just open your phone. Hundreds of women who are made up, who are just extra, and not.
Temptation is real.
No, but that's not the only issue. The issue is that there's this little thing called message direct. So it's like it's not that only that you recognize that these women exist, but now you have a direct way to access them and interact with them.
Literally.
And not only that, they're asking for your interaction. So it's like it changes the whole dynamic. And then you go home to your wife, who might be extremely beautiful as well. But then you're seeing her in all her glory. Right? When she wake up in the morning.
Yamping she eye.
Yamping she eye.
It's not coming up she knows.
Yeah.
Dribble on your pillow.
Yeah. And you ain't seen these girls who really and truly don't look not like them pictures, you know?
None at all.
Nothing like them pictures. Jade, oh my gosh.
It rough for y'all, you know. I mean, no men using filters, eh? But it rough for y'all that was.
No, it's real rough, Jade. It's real rough. But the same thing goes for women too, eh? The same thing goes for women. They open their phones, they see men who seem to have a certain level of influence and stuff, who are well-groomed and well put together in their outfits. Men who spend copious amounts of hours in the gym and take steroids, like, and start feeling like, well, but why he looks up?
You know, man, like, see them type of man? They make me type. Give me a nice dad bod. You don't have to have a 6-pack. You could have like 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there an upper limit? Like, is there a limit of like a guy that you may consider a bit too heavy for your liking?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it goes based on proportion though.
Yeah, and it's not weight. I'm just saying, like, based on his body makeup. Or
Yeah. If you got more weight in your midsection than anywhere else, you're going to chop me off a little bit. But if you have everything proportion,
Okay.
I don't mind. Not big teddy bear.
Okay. Hey, people like what they like.
Yeah.
And, but let me ask you this though. Does the guy who takes time out, works on his physique, does he signal anything to you? I mean, outside of probably, I know there might be a stereotype of the guys that, you know, spend a lot of time in the gym or whatever being maybe a bit, let's say even a bit cocky. I'm talking about like personality. Maybe a bit cocky and that kind of thing. So outside of that, does it signal anything else to you when, like, if a guy comes and speaks to you in that way?
I don't think I like when you're overly cocky because then you start.
No, I mean outside of the cockiness. I'm saying, so like, I'm not saying he even is. What I'm saying is, does it signal anything? Okay, for me, right? There might be. Like, there's guys that like certain body types that I might shy away from because it signals to me maybe a lack of discipline, maybe a lack of self-care, right? So maybe your focus is places other than health and and that kind of thing. So like say it signals certain things to me that's a bit of a turn off, right? So for that reason, somebody who approaches me might have less of an opportunity because like just off your appearance is signaling things to me. So what I'm saying is the guy that goes in the gym outside of like the regular like cocky, because that generally isn't the case. Right?
No, some people just want to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Some people just want doing it for their health benefits. Some people just want to look a certain way, and I think that's fine. I don't think that signals anything bad.
Does it signal anything positive for you?
Yeah, you might inspire me to do the same. You might inspire me to actually want to come and work out with you, or eat better, or whatever it is. But I don't think that should signal something bad to somebody if a guy is taking care of himself.
Yeah. But that's just not what you find.
No man say he can be taking care of himself,
No, I'm saying, but that's just not what you generally go for in guys.
No, if you too rock solid, like if you taking care of yourself and you're gymming and all of that, that's fine. But if you're too rock solid, like if you feel like I'm laying down on a table with grooves, no, I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want a little cushion, something. I want a little softness when you lay down. You want just,
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, what else do you have on the old trusty run sheet there?
Yes, let me just jump back over here. I guess we just kind of talked about the other one, which was what do you look for in a partner? We kind of technically.
No, not really.
Okay, let me go into it then.
Yeah.
That's fine. I could jump into it. Because there were some very interesting answers that I found in this article. So it says, what do you look for in a partner? Valentine's Day, an entire day to celebrate the manifestation of love and desire. While the holiday, it's not a holiday, it is extremely commercialized. It's mainly...
What is a holiday? I don't even know.
Where?
I say, what is a holiday? No,
Oh.
like everything's a holiday.
True. Its main message lies in the partnership that encircles it. So Look Caribbean, this article actually comes from Caribbean. They gathered some responses from some women about what they usually look for in a partner. So one response was, for men, I look for someone who is generous, does not take part in the red pill shenanigans, such as dudes with podcasts spewing misogyny. They must be intuitive, thoughtful, mature, slow to anger, a great listener, and good to look at. For women, I look for basically all the same things along with the feminist views and who has unpacked internalized misogyny. I know the answer was going Oh yeah, the answer was my favorite for you.
Wow.
So somebody else said they need to have a good sense of humor and they need to hold on a conversation with me. I like people who are a bit outgoing, generous, and acknowledged I'm amazing and not intimidated by that. And they must be willing to put out. You okay? You with me still?
I good, I good. I just worrying about them.
Somebody said the things I am looking for would be the same things whether man or woman. Strong and confident, yet humble, generous, and considerate. Full of fun and laughter, not afraid to show compassion, spontaneous and open, and can admit when they're wrong. Easy on the eyes is extra. Oh, this one is. She says, rich, with 2 exclamation marks. Thoughtful. He needs to be nurturing for me because I'm caring. Got to be able to have conversations and share interests with me. I'm good with the opposite attracts, but we got to have some common ground. He can't be a punk and want to play he macho all the time. He got to be able to accept and embrace all of this, especially when I don't accept and embrace all of this. He also got to be okay with me being all over him. I think a lot of y'all should stay single. Lie. I feel like that specifically, these people, they probably should stay single for a bit. Because
Jade, what I am finding out more and more is I am probably giving more and more men the advice to please don't even hurt up your head with trying to find any long-term. There are so few situations where I see what they like. I hear like, especially women talk sometimes. I'll be like, "Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy." Do you know what's the more important question for me? Are you the type of person who the person you want would want?
People don't care about that no more.
Everybody know what they want, but nobody just stop to figure out, am I the person that this person would want? But you got this whole laundry list of things, which really and truly, before we even get to all these specific character traits that you're talking about, humble and courageous, emotional but tough.
Like, what kind of...
And like, I'm just like, before we even get to there, you have to understand. Just off the top, most of the things that you're really looking for are like, you don't exclude 75, 80, 90% of the potential men that you're ever going to come in contact with. Like a lot of women, they want a man over 6 feet. Most of the population of men is not over 6 feet.
Nah, y'all ain't up there, man.
Like, so right there, you done X out like 60% of the men. Then you want a guy who is easy on the eyes. He doesn't have to be who is the hurricane outside.
What is?
But it doesn't have to be, let's say, who is the guy who people find extremely attractive right now? I don't know who the new hot guys are. Michael B. Jordan is one. I'm not saying you. I'm just like generally who people say as a okay.
Oh, you know who actually?
Don't tell me the guy from Snowfall.
What's Snowfall again? Oh, not
Damson?
No.
Okay, and there's this one particular girl on my on my Instagram, who is I just look back.
That's understandable. No, the guy from Lovecraft County. What's his name?
Lovecraft County. I don't even know.
Oh, I've been seeing him all over my timeline.
Okay, well, even if he doesn't look like that, they want a guy who they find to be attractive, right? So right there, you're already saying that a guy that's above average. So you done X out of the 15% of men that left. You done X out another 50% at least.
So you're saying 50% of the men them saying it's ugly?
No, what I'm saying is, you want what I'm saying is they want a guy who they consider attractive. It doesn't have to be the top 1% of attractiveness. But if you want somebody that you consider attractive, then that means above average, right? So that means that's 50%, at least 50% of the men them done gone.
Which side do you feel like you fall on?
Me? I don't know. I don't know.
Because from the statistics, you fall on the above average man.
Well, I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But what I'm saying is, off the top, a lot of the options done X out there.
Bye.
Done X out, and then you start adding all these other things. Look, men ain't looking for a lot here. Like, you want somebody who's pretty, yes, right? Because the physical attraction is a big part.
Yeah.
That's where things start. It doesn't necessarily where it ends, but to ignore the importance of physical attraction, I think is ridiculous. I don't know why people pretend. Like,
oh man, that's a bit cute. Well, no, you're
I like ugly man.
What?
No,
first of all.
No, you just are attracted to guys who other people find unattractive.
Yes.
That's all it is. But you like them. This person does not disgust you physically. Right? So, but you might find traits that other people might not be, all gung-ho about, you might be gung-ho about. Maybe you like cross-eye guys. Who knows? Yeah, I know somebody like that.
That'll like cross-eye guys?
Yes.
Vibes.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, you guys watching it like, you look good, right? Are you somebody who I can trust and consider loyal, right? Are you someone who is going to be, and wrapped up in that would be, of course, honesty. And yeah, so the trust comes through honesty, right? openness, right? Are you someone who I feel like supports, right? And are you agreeable?
Somebody got a question for you.
Got a question for me?
Yeah.
I'm frightened now. I'm frightened.
I like your list though.
Yeah, like if you're agreeable, you're pretty, you're trustworthy, like right there, you're ahead of the game right there.
Well, somebody says, Azem is a modest man, or he really just pretend to not know he attractive.
The thing for me is, I believe that there are traits that humans find to be like that fall into like beauty and them things. Things like symmetry, things like a general outlook of fitness and these kind of things. So do I have some of these traits? I think so. Right? So for me it's a pure like when somebody asks does that person look good, then I check it out. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of times where, and I'll even say it this way, there are a lot of women that I could admit are beautiful, but I am not attracted to. I think a lot of times we don't recognize that those are two different things. So if somebody asks if this person look good, like I could take my personal bias out of it and say, yes, I could. That's a beautiful person. Do I find them attractive? Do they possess the traits that I personally like? Perhaps not.
Perhaps not. Okay.
So that's why when people talk about the look good thing, it's like.
But by the way, big up your parents,
Yeah,
because they went 3 for 3. Yeah.
No, I think
them jeans gening.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, big up the Baileys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But, yeah, for me, it's simple. It's very simple, Jade.
So that's your list. Okay.
That's my list.
Run
But
it
look,
again, run the list again, so they could hear you again.
I can say it in a way that anybody listening could understand.
Okay.
Don't hug me.
Okay, don't hug him. Ladies,
Peace.
start ticking off the list. Make sure if you want Azem, this is where you got to be.
Don't hug me, peace. I can't deal with drama.
Okay, I want peace. Okay,
Right,
everybody
right.
want peace. Like I want some peace in my life too.
Yes, right? I need support, right? Meaning, I consider myself someone who has a lot going on, and if somebody is in my life, that's the place I go to, not only for peace, but that's the place I go to for support. That's the sounding board. Hey, I got this going on, whatever, what you think about this? I need somebody who will feel on my back.
Yeah, so they could carry like a card also.
You ain't got to
It
carry
needs to be.
nothing.
No?
I just need to feel like I have that person who supports all the things that I trying to do. Even if they have criticism and whatever, I have to feel like you genuinely want the best for me. Simple.
Okay.
Right? So that's, don't hug me.
Bring your peace. Don't hug you is the peace one.
The peace one, right?
Okay.
Support, right? And trustworthiness, which means open and honest communication, right? The woman got this thing like, they just do things and then be like, but me tell you because I know he wasn't gonna like it. No, them is the things you need to tell me. Those are the
things that you think I won't like, tell me.
Those are the things you need to tell me. Like, don't tell me
okay.
the things that you're not gonna be cool with. Tell me the things that you feel. No, I have a responsibility in that to ensure that I create a space where you feel safe enough to tell me the things that you know me and like.
You know, I think that's very important because for me, like people ask me questions, but because sometimes I feel like you're interrogating me for no reason. I'm a little toxic. Man, like, this is one of the things I realize about myself, right? Man, like you're asking me too much questions because now I'm going to start to feel like an interrogation. Like I'm going to start to feel like I'm talking to the police. However, I've realized that probably isn't a healthy trait. But it all stems from the way we communicate.
Ask me anything, Jade. You could come to me with the issue every day, right? Just come to me with two things. Come to me with respect, right? I don't tolerate disrespect. And come to me where I can identify that what you're seeking to do is to find a solution. If what you're coming to me to do is vent, then I can't help you. I can't help you. Like we're gonna have an issue because I'm not interested in simply like being a sounding board for your frustration.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm the source of the frustration, right? No, like, because we can do things that frustrate our partners, right?
Naturally.
Right.
Yeah.
So, here, so no, I don't mind you coming to me. It don't matter if you come every day, it don't matter what questions you ask, whatever. Come to me with respect. Come to me in a way that signals to me that what you're really seeking to do is to fix whatever the issue is so that we could move on in a healthy and happy way. And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You understand? So, and again, in order for you to feel comfortable doing that, that means I have a responsibility, right? To make sure that when you come to me, like, me jump on your throat.
That's what I say, the approach is the approach. Don't make me feel like I'm talking to Cromwell and he asking me 21 questions.
No, I mean that. No, I don't mean that. Like, well, what I'm saying too, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna matter to me. Cause you could come to me, whatever, but again, if you ain't come correct, you're talking to a brick wall.
Yeah.
There was one particular person that would get under my skin and never again. Because when you start getting on and things, I just stop talking. You see this tick up?
You want to sip away?
Just sit.
As you should. As you should.
Don't come and start shouting at me and them things and whatever. Like, there was one person, like I said, would get me to that point, but yeah, that's in the past. Zen Bailey, Jade.
Zen Bailey, yes.
Zen Bailey.
That's what I tell you, I'm trying to be like you this year, more like you, you know?
Yeah.
See how that works for me.
Yeah. Somebody tell me I need to start journaling.
Not wrong with that. It is journal.
In a journal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's, like, why you just right now?
The things that I shouldn't say out loud. Sometimes, so I write down the things that I shouldn't say out loud. I write down my feelings, like let's say something bothering me. I write it out and I usually get to the answer of why it's bothering me the more I write.
You can give me an example? I mean, it don't have to be a real example, like something that was going on in your life, but because the person tell me you should journal. Like I was talking to them and they're like, you should journal.
They didn't tell you why?
I guess I was telling them that like my mind is very active and sometimes it stops me from sleep.
Yeah, that also helps as well because you get to, as I tell you, you get to the place where like sometimes your mind racing and you don't know why. You're just jumping all over the place. So just things just winning. Sorry. But when you start journaling and you put it all on paper, it feels like a release. Like you feel like whatever happening in your head, it goes to your fingers into your book.
So give me an example, because I feel like what would happen is I would be there with the pen and the book would be there and I wouldn't know what to write.
No, you're going to know. It literally sometimes it just starts with saying, today I feel like...
I don't turn off.
Huh? What?
I have to acknowledge my feelings.
Yeah.
I mean like this.
Oh.
I don't like it, Jade.
Damn.
It doesn't sound like fun.
Everything in life doesn't have to be fun.
Oh, I'm actually anti-fun.
So then this fits perfectly into you. This is right up your alley.
I suppose.
Yeah, so you start, today I feel terrible. And then you start writing, okay, well, this is what happened today. You write down the stuff like, say, basically this girl was playing with my emotions and whatever.
That would never happen.
That,
okay, Jade, I think I get where you're coming from. I think I get where you're coming from.
Yes.
Maybe I might try it.
I tell you, try it. You might like it or you might not, but listen.
Meditation is my technique.
That is what I'm having trouble with.
Meditation? I think what happens with meditation is people think that they're supposed to be good at it.
No, I think the ADHD does just be...
That's the point I'm making.
Oh.
So I think what happens is that people give up on meditation because they don't do it, but they don't recognize it's not just being in this state of clarity and openness. The benefit in meditation is when you're able to recognize that you're thinking about something and go back to that stop. So that turn off point, right? So I think what happens is people think they're supposed to sit there and they're supposed to clear their mind. And because I keep thinking about things, it's like, I ain't doing this right. No. The point is recognizing your thought process. Recognizing like, oh man, I'm thinking about that again. There you go. and pull back. So it's like almost every time you catch yourself and you stop yourself and you go back through that process of clearing, even if even if the clarity only lasts 50 seconds or 10 seconds, every time you catch yourself and come back, like that's basically like doing a bicep work for your brain.
I can try it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah, it's like doing a push-up, a mental push-up.
Mental.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna think about that lunch again. I don't know. But I can't just not think about anything. And then not only that, sometimes too, what I do is if I need to focus on something, then that's the goal of my meditation. So my goal of the meditation is to perhaps find a solution to what is happening, something that's going on. So I meditate on that. So I would focus on that for a bit. And sometimes the same thing happens. You're supposed to be thinking about what I'm gonna do about this relationship with my brother that is strained. But while you're supposed to be thinking about that, you're busy thinking about cooking up.
Yeah.
So you practice the focus on whatever you're supposed to focus on. And just always about just clearing your mind and thinking about nothingness.
Okay, well, I mean, now you put it that way. I could definitely revisit it. You want to take a break before we jump into some more Jade picks? Because I have some interesting stories coming up, eh?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could take a short break. So guys, we're gonna take a short break and come right back with more Sip and Chat with Azem and Jade. Stay locked, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to SipNChat
Yes.
with Azem and Jade. And Jade kind of hinted that we were about to jump into some shenanigans.
Yes.
I'm afraid.
Don't be friend. Don't be. It's time for some Jade Specs.
Oh boy.
You have to get a jingle. You have to.
It's Jade Specs. Jade Specs. Everybody knows it's Jade Specs.
You know,
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Yeah,
I'll work on
you
it.
need a little work.
I'll work on it.
But we're gonna get it on. We're gonna get it on. So let's start with a very interesting article, as most of them are.
Okay.
It says a man serving 15 years for homicide tries to escape prison disguised as a sheep.
What? Creative.
Listen, sometimes if you have to break the law. After breaking the law, you have to get creative.
Maybe describe some of us as sheep.
Yeah.
Goats.
He took it literally.
Yeah. The person in Adrian Lamb?
No.
Big up Adrian one time.
No. But that would have made it so much better.
I actually have a friend called Sheep.
For sure? Should I ask why?
I don't know why. That's
Okay,
he was introduced to me as a sheep.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
everyone calls him Sheep. He's actually a politician in a nearby island. I think the Speaker of the House actually. But anyway.
The Speaker of the House is a sheep?
I don't think he is a sheep, but they refer to him as such.
Okay.
So what happened with this guy now? I
Yes.
wanna know.
So he was a real life wolf in sheep's clothing. Jose Luis Calisea Diaz attempted to escape from the Chocoru, a maximum security prison in Bolivia, earlier this month by wrapping himself in sheepskin and crawling through the grassland surrounding the jail.
Wow.
He was committed. The inmate, also known as El Arana, used his fleece coat to sneak past security and attempted to break through one of the prison's external walls on February 4th. Despite his sneaky attempts, security noticed Diaz, who is serving 15 years for homicide, was not in his cell. Oh, this man, no, the outfit hot.
Let me see.
I wish I could see it, but...
Okay. Yeah, he looks sheepish.
Yeah, listen. What, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably needs to be a little bigger, but...
Yeah, but he was committed nonetheless. Photos of his bizarre attempted escape show the prisoner crawling around on all fours in a field while wearing the fuzzy coat before he was taken back into custody. You think they were just watching him crawl around and then just for the entertainment?
Well, if I was a security guard,
I would have watched him.
I would have just let him have at it. I would have just been on my phone just like, hey, what is fella here?
I would have wanted to see how committed to this whole is.
Think nobody see me. Watch him down there.
But he's a sheep.
But he's a sheep. The real sheep for you. Watch it.
Best to be a goat. Which one they said dumber, sheep or goat?
I think the implication is sheeps.
You sure?
Sheep. Let me sheeps.
So why
sheep.
people call people goat?
Call them sheep though.
Oh.
I think the implication is that sheep tend to be less individualistic and less rowdy. So yeah, sheep are like the followers, and you could tell them what to do.
Okay.
I think that's the implication. Yeah, but no, this guy was 15 years. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 years is a lot of time to lose on your life in prison.
Yeah.
That is pretty intense, actually. Wow.
But that was creative, though. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm doing this new thing now where I'm trying to be honest.
How's that working for you?
It's been working. It's been
Okay.
feeling good.
Okay.
Yeah, the truth shall set you free. You know?
It does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I hear stories like this, I'd really be rooting for the scammer. Like,
He's not a scammer, he's a murderer.
I know, but but in this particular role, he can be multiple things. So yes, am I happy that he's in prison and serving his sentence? Yes. Would I ever want him to escape and maybe get a good 3 weeks out before they catch him? Yes.
You mean like Jesus? What's that? What his name? Jesus.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But why? No, Spanish
No.
would be Jesus.
Jesus, yes, not
Yeah,
not
Jesus.
not Jose, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus still in jail, right? Like, well,
Oh, yeah, Jesus, me.
You thought I mean actual Jesus?
I
No.
forgot about Jesus. Yeah. Jesus still, yeah, I don't think he got out.
Again?
Again. But my thing is, if you got through all of this, like, I rooting for you. Like, I rooting for you to make it work.
Nah, I feel like a lot of us were voting for Jesus for you.
Yeah.
Especially the second time. The first time was like, man, but the second time?
We like a good story where the people are going, when people fighting against the system, we like the underdogs.
Yeah.
Like, I like the underdogs. So that's why sometimes I just find myself rooting for the scammers.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish, what his name is?
I already came off.
L something.
L
something.
Yeah, something so.
Yeah, I would have hoped that he might have gotten at least a good home cooked meal before he had to go back in. Yeah, maybe a good shower.
He didn't make it through the grass.
He didn't even make it through the grass. Yeah.
But we try though. A for effort.
Yeah. There's more pics?
Of course. So, it says Guyana blasts American Airlines. Treatment of PM Rowley and Dr. Gonzalez. The Guyanese government criticized American Airlines for its continued refusal to grant VIP treatment to dignitaries that are utilizing the services out of the Chedi Jagan International Airport. The ministry, do they have to?
No.
Okay, just making sure. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation released a statement yesterday, where it criticized the airline's agents for demanding that the Prime Ministers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines
buy a proper ticket, but continue.
and Trinidad and Tobago, who were in Guyana for the annual Energy Expo, leave the executive lounge and present themselves to the check-in counter.
Yes. But the reason I'm saying yes, right, is not because I think that the Prime Ministers should have to go through the same steps as everybody. But Jade, bear in mind, I have traveled with celebrities, right? There's ways to deal with it.
Well, it says all government protocols were in place to facilitate their departure, despite American Airlines having been written to prior to the arrival of the Prime Ministers in Guyana, for them to be accorded the courtesies of checking on departure from the VIP lounge. The airline refused to acquiesce to the ministry's request. The ministry said it noted that the airline's actions have embarrassed both Guyana and the region.
Okay, no, you haven't embarrassed anybody, right?
Because we wouldn't know if you didn't tell us.
Not only that, when they reach America, they go right to the same long line with everybody else.
Well, the government of Guyana had previously protested this position taken by American Airlines against its own high and senior government officials, but they have continued to pay scant regard to the government's request for entitlements to the positions held to be respected.
No. This is my way to deal with it. And I'm speaking from experience now, right? Almost every airport has some sort of VIP service attached to it. It's not the airline that has to deal with that, right? So there's a company, for instance, here. It's not U-Lounge anymore.
No,
what's it called? Signature is St. Martin.
It's I can see the sign now.
They're gonna come to us.
Yeah.
Oh, Cayenne Jet,
yes.
right? Cayenne Jet, right? So, for instance, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the airline you should be. If it doesn't have that service, what that signals to me is here is an opportunity in Guyana for someone to put these things in place.
But they did say that they had a VIP lounge.
No. What they're saying is, to me, it sounds like they have an issue with the airline.
Yeah.
Saying that the airline should be the ones being able to facilitate this type of check-in. What would have to happen is that whatever kind of security things need to be put in place to ensure that this is even possible. Perhaps there's an issue where based on Americans' regulation that the airport doesn't facilitate it. Maybe it's where the VIP lounge is. Maybe it's the fact that between the VIP lounge and getting to the getting through the security area, there's too many places where persons may be able to interact or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming because, like I said, everywhere I go, like I see this is able to happen. So I just don't see just American in Guyana deciding.
Yeah. We ain't get about this.
I feel like what happening is that the government is asking for specialized treatment that really doesn't exist. And so no, what happens is that needs to be put in place, and so the government officials can just then take advantage of what is in place and not be asking for specialized treatment.
No, I get you. And guys, remember to like the live, like up the live, so other people can see it. Don't be greedy now.
The algos, like when you like it.
Yes, we're trying to build a family here, so make sure you like, you share, and subscribe. On to another story.
But hold on, before we even go on to another story, you believe that the prime ministers should have the specialized VIP access?
I think for security reasons, it might be a lot easier for you to do it that way.
They don't get security when they go to like the mainland and so.
Oh. If they could pay for it, they could do it.
Like up to the other day, someone was telling me that they ran into one of our government ministers in the airport in Miami and just walked up to them and was having a conversation. The thing is, I don't even know if that's even possible here, because they all have security now.
Yeah, gone are the days where we could have just been like, hey. Now it's about 20 men in black.
When you go to like events where the ministers and like government officials are, it would just be funny to me to see all the security guards line up with the snack plate at the reception.
Listen, I feel like we need to start making the security guards wear these suits, eh?
Why they got to wear? Where them put their gun?
Oh, true.
Where them put their guns and so?
In the back pocket. It didn't have to be
in the back pocket.
Where to go? I don't carry gun, you know. All my feelings. But because it's hot, lads, you know, terrible the security guard pass out. You see how hot outside be?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who have not experienced the VIP treatment, it's not expensive.
No. It's
not expensive. Some of us that are coming back on these American flights that have 400 people on them.
Hey, stop going in but in a free plug now. It sounds like you're doing an ad for Kayanja.
Maybe, but they need to pay us.
Okay.
But yeah, like check it out. It's not that expensive, trust me. You pick up in the Porsche.
Ah, fancy.
Yeah. No, it ain't about getting picked up in the Porsche. Even though, right, the walk from where the airlines park up now, the airplanes park up now, to the immigration, we need some shuttles. Airport, let's get some shuttles.
Are you serious?
No, this is what I'm thinking, right? The planes are coming from the US, the planes are coming from England. I'm talking about the big jets that park up over there. Now, my thing is this. One, people coming off in all sorts of sweaters and hoodies because we know we can't handle the cold on the plane. You come off of the plane where it's 70 degrees into 98 degree weather in a hoodie, right? And then have to walk from the plane all the way over to the immigration. It is a long, tedious headache of a walk. People have their bags, people have their whatever. That's one. But even outside of that, when it's raining, you know how difficult it is to facilitate getting you and your two kids over to your bags, everything. But my thing is, if I am an able-bodied man and I just feel like that, but what about the people who are differently abled?
Yeah.
Right? Now, I think that there is some sort of transport that they have. I don't know if it's just one of the carts or whatever, but the problem with that is if there's multiple people that could need the assistance, then it ends up taking forever for them to get from the plane. The thing they got to kind of stand up in the shadow, sit down in the shadow of the plane, waiting for the thing to come. I just think we get to the point now where we could get like two buses.
Yeah, like one of the buses that has been running back and forth on Port Center. Is a bus? No, in a bus is like a cart thing. The cart that you just pay $1 to go down to the ship. You never do it? Oh, okay, maybe that's why.
I don't even know. But I mean, I ain't even talking about that, Jade. I think we need actual proper shuttles that have wheelchair access. So you have the wheelchair access at one of the doors, and then the regular access, the step-up access in the front, that could hold maybe 40, 60 people at one go, because we have planes that coming off with hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Daily. I mean, talking about is ain't once in a while. At least once a day, you're gonna have this plane coming. So, yeah, we need to invest. Even if it's just one.
Yeah.
For now, cool.
Something.
But
just something.
Yeah. I think we need to get at that.
Somebody said the only issue with the private jet terminal for departing flights, they can't do it for any American-bound flights. Coming in is fine, departing they can't.
Yeah.
Well,
so maybe something similar going on in Guyana too.
Maybe.
Whatever security concerns, they don't allow them to do that.
It could be that, but they're gonna work it out.
Yeah.
So it says, moving on to another article, Texas mom claims funeral home left son's body to literally rot, caused people to vomit at the service. Yeah. A Texas mom is suing a funeral home for $1 million after she claims the facility left her son's body to literally rot, causing an unbearable smell that made loved ones vomit during the funeral, according to a lawsuit obtained by the Post. Integrity, wow. Might need to change the name, right?
That's the name of the
They might need to change that.
You can't make this up, Jade.
No. Integrity Funeral Home at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Houston was hired to embalm and bury Edward Silver, 43, after his sudden death in 2021, according to the legal claim filed by his mother, Julieta Guerrero. Silver was scheduled to be embalmed on February 12th, but when his mother was finally able to view the body on February 23rd, she claims it was a shockingly decomposed state, just hours ahead of his funeral.
Wow.
Yikes. There's an image here, but I'm not going to look at it because I don't like to see
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.
The body was badly deteriorated, and smelled rotten. The lawsuit alleging negligence and deceptive trade reads. Edward had remained cut open and had not been sewn back up. His chest had a gaping hole and an empty cavity that was not stuffed. He did not seem like he had been embalmed. There was a terrible smell. The clothing Silver was supposed to wear during his wake didn't fit because of the extreme post-mortem swelling of the body, forcing his parents to cut the cloth open so it could be draped over his body. Lord, I don't see them too. Azem. My son, not only did my son die, but now I'm re-traumatized by the funeral home.
Yeah, that's rough.
Man. Silver's mother was so distraught when she saw her son's remains, she allegedly collapsed, saying, "That is not my son," according to the filing. Oh yeah, these two people they look alike to do, mainly. A brief is at the body, and a brief is devious.
They don't look the same. Oh my gosh.
White gloves had to be placed over his hands as bodily fluids were oozing out of the fingers and ears.
Okay, we ain't got to continue.
I
think I get
this get a little rough.
I get the picture here. Wow. The thing for me is funeral homes play a very important role. I don't think we recognize, but they play a very important role. Like these are the people who you are depending on to take care of your loved one in the remains of your loved one. Like and we don't have the skills to do it. Back in the day, if you're dead 8 o'clock in the night, by 8 o'clock in the morning, the wake happening. Yeah. The wake happening by 12 o'clock.
This is very time sensitive.
Yeah, by 12 o'clock, people done drinking rum and you're done in the ground. Yeah. Because We ain't dealing with this whole thing here. Like, that's how it was. Your cousin them and auntie and so can't come from Canada nowhere. You got, no.
And they had Zoom and so them times back.
In there.
Well.
In there, go down. But.
Somebody say, yeah, Jade, stop.
Yeah, wow.
Listen, guys, I'm sorry.
But let me tell you something, right? Why is it that we don't have, let's say this was to happen here, right? And we have very professional funeral caretakers and stuff here, right? But since this was happening here, what do you think was going to happen? Because in the States and so, like, they sue for everything, eh?
Everything.
These people are asking for mail.
Everything. Listen, that ain't even a bad number.
No, I mean, they're going to probably settle somewhere.
Yeah, settle a little after. I think most people just aim high.
That's what you do. You aim above and then you fall somewhere below. But we don't do that here. Like, we don't.
Nobody. We don't sue people here enough, you know.
And some people need to get sued.
Yeah. In the beginning of the year, I saw some lawsuits pending, and I was rooting for them people because sometimes we need to make examples of people. Big up that one time.
But then I don't even know if it's about making an example. I just think that it's a way to try and compensate, get some compensation for whatever way you were wrong. I mean, I have family members that would have slipped and fallen in business places here and just walk out, and that was the end of that. And till now, they're not the same.
Oh, you don't let me slip and fall.
Elbow,
you know?
Elbow in come back, like the hand can't lift up properly.
As I hit the ground, just started to call the letters off the building.
Oh, okay, in name Jade.
Oh yeah, you better believe
Jade's
it.
place.
Oh.
Jade's place.
Oh.
I own this.
Don't let me slip and fall in nobody business.
You haven't changed your curtains over there?
Yeah. While on the ground, I'm starting. Yeah, take down them there, please. Because I let them colors, yeah. Don't let me slip and fall.
No, but I've seen it happen here, you know. I've seen people slip and fall. And people just rush and get them up, and first thing, if somebody slip and fall,
don't touch me.
Please take your time, because we don't even know how to lift up people. We don't know how to lift up people. I see people just put their hand under them. Girl, come, get up, girl. Girl, you alright, girl, get up.
No, so you walk bad.
Watch, you don't know if the person hip out of place. You don't know if the elbow pointing in the opposite direction is supposed to be pointing.
You just get up, girl.
Get up, girl. You alright, girl?
Don't fall in front of the things people, you know. Because now you're going to feel worse. You're going to feel, girl, oh man, girl, take your time. I don't fall. Girl, take your time.
But you know how much, but get up before you fall. Get up before you
That's a lie. If I fall, I'm forced to call the ambulance.
I hear people speak about the fact that like falling on 4th Street is one of the biggest fears.
Top fear Azem on a Friday after work. It's specific.
Is that serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't let me fall on 4th Street on a Friday, and don't let me fall by National Bank on a Friday.
Wow. Oh, wow. I have a friend who fell outside.
Same friend.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Remember I was in the camera when I was telling the story. What your partner as an adult here for that?
I was about to get into that, Jade. Yeah, let me tell you something, right? There's some things that just don't like seem the same as an adult as it was when you were a child. Sucking your finger. I have a friend who fell outside. Jade, I always do it.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Would it be our sure if that didn't happen?
No, it probably wouldn't. But I'll tell you something. Sucking your finger as an adult, you don't really play up the same way. Like, you don't look the same. But falling as an adult, when adults fall, it just ain't the same way.
That didn't take 3 years off your life, you know?
Oh my gosh. I saw a lady stumble. And I remember it happened like, it was like in slow motion, you know, Jade. Because, you know, when somebody fall and they're trying to catch themselves and they start to like, arms flailing.
Because they're just trying to catch something.
And they're trying to speed up the little legs to try and catch themselves before they fall.
Rebalance themselves. And
I'm just looking at it and it's like, no, don't. when the woman fall, I felt so bad.
Bye.
I felt so bad. I felt so bad that I couldn't even go over to tell the people that was trying to, girl, get up, no girl, to tell them stop. I just walked the next direction because I felt so bad for the lady.
Trust me.
I felt so bad for the lady.
Falling as an adult does take 3 full years off your life as him.
I almost fall Sunday by Izu thing.
Yeah, I know. Your heart left your body.
Yeah, Jade.
Well, we was there?
Yeah. No, it was before y'all come.
Oh, okay.
It was when we were setting up. And I was wearing flip-flops. And my flip-flop hook up on the clasp of my equipment case. So I just did the little. And in them few seconds, I done hear, my belly boy. Who ain't laughing, hole in the chest. No, bear in mind, me ain't actually fall. I ain't actually fall.
It's the thought of you.
But just seeing a big person trip is ridiculous.
It is. We don't look dumb. We don't look real dumb.
Real dumb.
What if we actually fall?
Yeah.
But let's talk about something that we haven't talked about in a good amount of time, like months.
What's that?
The hottest topic from 2020.
Don't tell me chooks, you know.
No, COVID. Eh?
Oh, COVID. I thought that was a bad dream.
A fever dream? No, we was there, man. Every time I think about Corona, I feel a little pinch of anxiety. Like a little.
Yeah.
I start to envisioning all the long lines that used to be down from Valley Mat to down on 4th Street.
Oh boy. But I reference COVID almost once a day.
You do?
Yeah.
Not me. I try to act like that.
To act like it didn't happen?
Yeah.
Like up to yesterday, I was telling somebody about the fact that who would have believed that the government would tell you nobody leave their yard.
It's me I was telling.
Yeah.
We was talking about it on the show.
No, yeah, exactly.
That's what I try to black it out.
That's it. It's like government tell you don't leave your yard and people was like, okay.
We could go out today?
No. Okay, what about next month? Probably not.
You ain't going in nobody's house.
You ain't going in nobody's car.
14
days.
Triggering.
Oh boy.
But yes, the World Health Organization to push until we get the answer on COVID origins. Jade, tell us where COVID come from. Couple years. Watch here.
Jade, let me tell you something, right? I have been on record as saying, this is why I am so afraid for anything else to happen. We are not going to believe anything the health officials say.
Nobody.
We pretty much already starting to doubt anything any government officials say.
Yeah.
But after this COVID thing, we can't trust you.
Yeah.
We can't trust them, Jade.
Never.
How they can get any kind of mass vaccination again?
They're going to watch you,
Jade.
You know what they're going to do? You see them.
Throw it up in the reservoir. That's what they got to do, Jade. They're going to up the reservoir and just dump it.
They're going to poison the water?
They're going to poison the water.
I was thinking, maybe that's what the balloons them be, Not a theory. But yes, it says the World Health Organization will continue pushing until it finds an answer to how the COVID-19 pandemic started. Again, then, tell us how we start.
The bats from Wuhan. So the bats were just, it was a wet market. Remember that was the term? The wet market in Wuhan.
So they were just lying on the bat them.
Jade, come on.
Why the bats that?
Jade,
Why would it be late?
Jade, on the last show we were doing, right? I was on record as saying, I am not the one who was going to say, I know for certain what happened and where it comes from, right? But if you're going to tell me there's a place called Wuhan in China where the novel coronavirus epidemic.
Hold on, I hope they strike us for this and I say we are spreading misinformation.
Well, they monetize the channel anyway. So
Sure.
So you can't tell me that there is, like, again, I am not saying I know what happened.
Neither did I.
But I find it quite coincidental that there is this thing called the novel coronavirus epidemic that started in a place called Wuhan, China. The same exact place that there is a building called the Novel Coronavirus Research Center. Right? But the epidemic started in the market.
Not in the place where the virus name
Name
out. Yeah, you think that
Jade,
thing should be bad enough?
Jade, I kept saying, I said, wait, you can't tell me that that's the name, the actual name of the research center. Like, no, that's the actual name of the research center.
I'd tell you
But
a lot of the time.
So the coronavirus epidemic didn't start at the place where they're testing the coronavirus.
No, it started with a bat.
With a bat in a market.
Just a random bat. The thing was stupid. The thing was stupid as ever. And not for nothing, a lot of us are a little slow, but Lord bad.
No, again, I don't know what happened.
Let it be.
I just find it quite coincidental. I feel like that's some place you would start. I feel like you should start there. Like, maybe that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
But I don't understand.
I tell you what happened was, there was testing, wherever there was testing, naturally, scientists, you know, they're doing their scientist thing. And one of them, like the movies, the virus went on them. They didn't realize. Went outside. Now everybody got corona.
He probably the smoker, yeah. He probably had a smoker, went outside to go smoke and
yeah, you know, the little smoke break them.
Yeah, he went on a smoke break and
so you're supposed to smoke weed. A weed man would have never done that, you know?
That's true.
A weed man would have never spread corona.
That's true. That's true.
Is that a cigarette smoker, is it?
Wow. So what the World Health Organization saying they're doing?
Hold on, 1 second, let me just...
Bear in mind that this is signaling to me that they are saying that there's still an investigation pending. After they already tell us exactly what happened.
They tell, I tell you, Azem, when corona started, they tell us,
oh, no.
It's a bat.
Let me say this. I think that, let's not say the World Health Organization told us. Fauci was the one who was telling us.
They lock up. He's still out here walking freely? Wild. That is wild. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Jade, I kept telling people, I am not the sweetest stalk of sugarcane in the patch. Right?
No.
However, a lot of the things what they were telling us all throughout this thing was just not adding up. And the problem I had was, just say you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know.
I just do that all the time, Azem. Man, the brightest bulb in the box. But I don't know. It's okay to say, I don't know.
I kept coming up and saying, like, things ain't adding up. Things just ain't adding up. All across the board, even our own health officials that really, in their defense, all they're doing is regurgitating what's being said outside, right? It's not like they're doing that. We don't have our own research centers here, so they're going based on the information that's being passed on, right? But come on, if I ain't a health official, I'm not. Look, Jade, I don't even consider myself particularly healthy, but the same time, right? I know this ain't making no sense. Like
none.
I used to be like, and they have to go up there and defend it and answer the question. And like when the regular random people, the layman, asking questions that are like valid, not based on anything I read online, not based on any misinformation or disinformation. All I'm doing is saying, hey, you said this, but then it doesn't line up with these policies that you put in there. Make it make sense for me on your side. They start to say you're undermining the government. They start to say
vaccine misinformation.
They start to say you're anti-vaxxer. They start to say it's like
you're conspiracy. This is why conspiracy theorists don't strive, you know. This is why they don't strive, because when we ask logical questions, we get answers like
you get dismissed.
Yes.
You get dismissed, and you get labeled.
And right? Now you're letting people out here who are already thinking a certain way. You let their imagination run wild.
No,
based on the fact that you are not giving them certain information. If you were telling me something, I could just make up whatever.
No, but Jade, sometimes the problem is that they don't have the information, but they don't want to say that.
Just say me, no.
Jade,
we know.
Let me ask you a question. How many people do you know that took the booster?
What booster? Oh yeah, that was a thing, no?
That was a thing. Jade, they can never come back with this again, yeah? They can never come, they can't catch us again.
They couldn't even get the children vaccinated.
Jade, they can't come back with this again.
Till I got to move like China, sew up one them balloon and shoot it down.
Just put it in the ear?
Shoot it down.
Feel it in the air.
Fly a plane over us.
Just press, crop dust us with the vaccine.
That's because you can't tell us go to no health center to take nothing, you know?
But I said they're doing it already, they do the chemtrails.
Oh, that's why all these chemical. You realize there's a trend now, right? Conspiracy time.
Conspiracy time.
There's a trend recently where things just overturning with chemicals in them.
Oh.
The train, and then yesterday or the day before, is either a bus or some vehicle overturned with yellow chemical gas, where they had to literally evacuate the area and tell people to stay home.
Jade, the problem I'm having even with the overturns is if it were just some accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're still not even being honest with us about exactly what's going on. You have to depend on TikTokers with chemistry majors to give you the real information as to what exactly is happening, because they're leaving out all sorts of information. Jade, more and more people are trusting the word of the government officials less and less.
Yeah.
They don't even want to tell us that the aliens here.
Man, I want you to
It's
tell us,
obvious.
we know.
They don't even want to use the word that they make up. It's a UFO, but they don't want to use UFO.
All of a sudden,
All of a sudden, don't
died
use
in,
UFO.
died in the vocabulary. We know we could. I mean, listen. Some of y'all look like them. We know. It's okay. We listen. Listen.
I see a man on the beach the other day. The man looked just like that.
The same man, Wizzy?
The worm from.
Yes.
One the worm people from Men in Black. They walk among us, people.
They do.
They walk among us.
Ain't no way you're telling me that you're shooting a balloon out the air with a missile. That don't make no sense. A balloon?
Nobody got a needle. Nobody got a needle. That's all they want.
A bullet could I do that? Ain't like you're gonna hitting nobody in the Azem. It's over the what was it? Over the cold.
The Antarctica.
What you can use a bullet? A whole missile?
A missile, dude.
You know what a missile?
For a balloon.
Come on.
Yeah,
Be for real.
They're overdoing it. They're overdoing it now.
Yeah.
But bye.
Speaking of missiles, let's go to the Ukraine.
Oh my.
I'm saying went over there, go check in. They're still fighting war.
Yes, the war is still ongoing.
Wow. That's amazing. They still have people to fight this war. They don't kill everybody yet.
Jade, I don't understand. How is it that in 2023, there's still things happening where we can say, oh, 5,000 people dead, 10,000 people dead.
Are we just going about with it?
And we're just going about with it, like.
You realize the earthquake in Turkey, like nobody bat an eyelash? 20,000 people died, you know.
Jade, they say it's probably going to be as much as 50,000.
And nobody bat an eyelash. That was just another day. Mass shootings happening all week. There was a mass shooting that happened in the same place. Another mass shooting happened yesterday.
Jesus.
And nobody bat an eyelash.
Jade,
I know too much, you know. I need to stop reading news.
No, but we desensitized.
Big time.
We desensitized. That's really what it is, because these things are happening so much. But not only that, we have so much access to them. Right? So, for instance, let's look at like shooting. You get home from work, you turn on Netflix, you can see at least maybe 75 people die. At least 75. Maybe more like
Netflix, YouTube.
maybe more like, I'm just talking about you're going to watch a little movie. So hopefully it's not a John Wick movie, because then it's at least 700 people you're going to see die.
And what if they try to pick one of the wars?
As a matter of fact, I'm kind of looking forward to the next John Wick. I know exactly what's going to happen.
When it coming out?
Darrione, when is the next John Wick?
Darrione?
We have a resident movie buff here.
Yeah, look out for Darrione's reviews.
Darrione's reviews.
On our TikTok.
Seriously though, when John Wick's supposed to come out? When John Wick's supposed to come out?
I think May.
In May?
May match?
Okay. May match?
May match.
Okay.
Either way, I'm watching it. Either way.
I'm looking out for that. So you go home, you're going to watch at least 700 people.
At the minute was all
Oh, well,
but my cat was.
oh.
Is it? I tell you, Darrione's reviews coming to TikTok just now.
Yeah, we got the Gavin's reviews for real. But anyway, we have all these images of people dying, people getting shot, extreme violence.
Extreme.
Things that our forefathers would probably gone through the entire life and not see once Jade. You have to realize, like, our great-grandparents probably never saw anybody murdered. March 20th, just around the corner.
John Wick, yes, India.
March 23rd, nice. So like our great-grandparents, they would have gone through their entire lives and probably never actually witnessed a murder or even a depiction of a murder. Like this, what we're doing to ourselves in human here, like, and I keep saying, what's happening is that we are
technologically
advancing
okay. There we go.
faster than we can biologically.
Big jump, big
we will
words.
jump over. But yeah, so we're advancing technologically faster than we can biologically.
Because the aliens bringing everything here, forgetting that we're equipped to handle it.
Right.
That's probably why they're shooting them now.
And I keep telling people, even like with social media, we aren't equipped for social media. Like our great-grandchildren and so, they're gonna watch us, like what we're doing now, and be like, yo, they were wilding.
We so
like
irresponsible.
they could just like go online and watch anything.
We're so irresponsible.
Yeah, we're not prepared for it.
No.
We're not prepared for it.
No.
But so we do all of that, and then we go on the news, and then it's more killing and shooting and mass murder and
day.
And there could have been a same thing. Our great-grandparents would have never known this happening in Turkey.
No.
They would have never known. They would have just been here,
Living life.
like going up in the ground, planting a potato, and weeding out the cane patch.
Yeah.
Like, that's all they would have been doing.
Now they just got to turn on your TV, and you could see that 20,000 people die.
Like, but the point I'm making is, it's not only just that we're desensitized, but we don't have a frame, we don't have any way to mentally even fathom what that is. Like the worst thing that most people living here would be able to relate to would have been the Christina disaster.
Yep.
Which was like, what, 100 and something people passed? I don't know the exact number.
If 20,000 people die here, that's Nevis, you know?
Yes,
Nevis gone.
that's like, you just imagine tomorrow Nevis gone.
Gone.
But Jade, they say again, it might be up to 50,000. That's saying it's...
So all of us gone.
Imagine tomorrow there's no more people on the rock. Like our brains can't even comprehend it. So it's like part of it why we so dismissive is that we just lack the ability to actually comprehend it. Like we can't even comprehend it. But it's being pushed in our face all the time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But Ukraine is firing artillery shells faster than NATO members can replace them. They were not a bullet.
Yo, easy.
Easy on the killing.
Easy, a little too hype, you know.
Yeah, one bullet per man now.
But they say missiles, you know, Jade. It's missiles, you know.
Artillery shells. That's a missile?
Well, basically, like
that's what they used to shoot out the balloon out the sky?
That's the big bullets.
So they couldn't use that?
It was too high.
Oh.
Jade, all I needed was a needle. A nail or something. It's a nail, yeah. It's a balloon.
So they say. I remember balloon in ear quotes, eh? But yes, Ukrainian forces are consuming ammunition in the fight against Russia at a rate not seen in Europe since World War II. Wow. According to multiple NATO officials, who warned that without a major expansion of the West's industrial base to produce equipment, stockpile could run out. How about we just stop the war? That ain't a better solution?
Here we go, Jade. Listen to this. Forget about stopping the war. What if we let the bullets run out?
Ooh.
What if we just let the bullets run out, Jade? What if there were no more bullets to put in the guns?
Then there would be no more killing.
But Jade...
No, they might get creative, man.
They might get creative, but at the same time, that's not the point of this. The point of this is for people to go ahead and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, there are people rejoicing right now, like, we have to ramp up production, guys.
Yeah. War is money, you know?
War is money. And I think people don't recognize that. Like, I used to, where I was living in the US, I had to pass one of the headquarters for one of the big companies that have these huge military contracts. They had a huge compound, like a huge compound. Acres and acres and acres of land. And I remember reading an article talking about how much money they made during the Iraqi siege. Billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, Jade. Like the American military complex, industrial complex, like that's a real thing, Jade. It's a big money business. It's a big money business.
That's why they're gonna stop killing people.
War pays.
Yeah, that's why they're gonna stop.
And this come back to what we were talking about yesterday, you know. In order for some people to be immortal, rich, some people just got dead. In order for there to be rich people, there have to be broke people. In order for there to be people whose money is able to span several lifetimes, some people gotta lose their life. And that's the world we live in. Like that's how they set it up, and that's how we just all in this little rat race. A man tell me the other day, say, "Boy, barely think I'm going up in the hills, you know." If it wasn't for my daughter.
One thing a man gonna say, he going up in the hills, boy.
He said, "Boy, if it wasn't for my daughter, boy, I'd have been up in the hills right now, living on a windmill, off a windmill current, and drinking water from the river." Like, man, say, "Boy, this rat race ain't making no sense."
No, it doesn't.
But how you gonna get out of the system?
It really doesn't.
How you gonna get out of the system? I don't know.
I don't know.
What kind of your cheeks?
Boy, I see how they're shining. It shocked me at all.
Maybe you're almost over and you tell me you're hungry too.
Yeah, bye.
What are you planning to get to eat?
I don't know. Honestly.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the guy?
Well, speaking of Russia, Russian police chief found dead at home weeks after Putin fired him.
Coincidence?
Coincidence? I think not. Well, Major General Vladimir Makarov had overseen the government's crackdown on anti-war protesters. His body was found on Monday morning. Wow, got a segue. A former Russian police general who had been recently dismissed by Russian President Vladimir Putin has been found dead in an apparent suicide. Apparently.
Oh boy, of course. I was waiting for that part, eh?
Of course.
It was either gonna be like, oh, we don't know exactly what happened to him.
Oh, he killed himself.
There's no obvious reason for him to be dead, or he killed himself. It's always one of them two.
Yeah.
He fell on some steps.
No, it wasn't the steps that was using recently. It was out the window. It was out the window?
The window?
It was out the window, boy? Remember in Russia there was...
Oh, no, it was a bunch of people falling down steps.
Oh yeah, what's steps?
A bunch of people just happened to be falling down steps and dying. This is like 3 steps, Jade, but they fall on the steps and...
Break the neck.
Not even a flight of stairs.
Just 3.
3 stairs.
And then it broke up. Wow. Russia steps them different. But Major General Vladimir Makarov, 72, had overseen the government's... Oh wait, I feel like I just read this. I did, but I put it twice. Okay. Well, yes, he had overseen the government's crackdown on, oh dear, on anti-war protesters in his role as deputy chief of the Russian police anti-extremist unit. He was described as having been the main organizer of the hunt for opposition activists and inconvenient journalists. They killed that. May I let you. They killed him, Azem.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely killed him. Independent Russian news website, the Moscow Times, no longer based inside Russia, reported, quoting a popular Telegram channel. Putin dismissed him in late January. Russian state news agency TASS reported that Makarov had killed himself. Daily newspaper, big word jump over, whose editors is close to Putin, reported that Makarov's wife found his body on Monday morning outside their country home in Gilakova, near Moscow. The nature of his injuries suggests that he committed suicide. It is known that firearms were kept in the house. Sure. Makarov is just one of a string of former and high-ranking Russian officials who have died by suicide in the recent months.
Jade, there is a string of these people showing up dead, and all of them is like, oh, they kill themselves.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, believe that?
No. Who was the leader?
Man, that's
No,
crazy.
we definitely don't believe that.
That is crazy. But at the same time, I must say though, when you get involved in certain things and certain behaviors, what come to you after that could be, yeah, it don't normally be good.
What did I say? Whatever happened to you, happened to you?
You don't normally meet a good end. You don't normally meet a good end, and that's unfortunate.
Whatever happened to you, happened
Karma
to you.
karma is a real thing, Jade.
Yeah.
The universe have a way of balancing out. The universe have a way of balancing out. I don't know where this Russian thing is gonna go, but I just hoping that it doesn't go on for much longer, man. Like too many people dying. It seems as though the war over in Ethiopia, between Ethiopia and Eritrea, like that one has calmed down a bit. And I was very angry about the fact that we never really were hearing about that conflict.
We only don't hear about when white people killing each other.
Yeah, when white people start to kill each other, all of a sudden it's, oh my God!
Oh my God, we need to stop the wars.
Oh my God! I can't believe it's affecting our wheat stores. Oh my gosh, she's making the price of everything go up. Oh my gosh. When black people fight, it's like, oh, them there.
Bye.
Those barbarians.
Let them walk out. Let
Those
them walk out.
heathens. Crazy. Big whole genocide, people going to the UN talking about we need to do something. The UN need to do something. They might say, where this is? Rwanda? What the people name? The Hutsis and the Tutsis? What color they be?
Black.
Black?
Let them be walk it out.
What's next on the agenda? Literally, that's what it was. What's next on the agenda?
Speaking of, you realize, you see the article where I think it was the Prime Minister or whoever, President, whoever over there, was
Macron?
I think it's him. There was annoyed by the depiction in Black Panther. As if it was an extreme exaggeration, because Black Panther basically depicted them going into people's country and doing criminal things. France, you know?
All I would tell them to do, France, take it up with Wakanda. Send your diplomats to Wakanda, if you can find it, okay? Because me understand.
But
I was vexed with Black Panther.
Wait, what did you?
I mean, my Black. Do you want me to go Black Panther, man?
Go ahead. If you ain't watch it too bad, you had time.
Yeah, you had time. This is not a spoiler alert. They done out the movies long time.
It's literally on HBO.
The first Black Panther, right, was, in my estimation, an examination into what Africa might have been if not colonized by the colonizers, right? So Wakanda is like the example of the height of what like a society like, let's say, even Egypt might have been if they had not been.
The quite white?
Right. Had come over and just a ton of things, right? That's one. Two, one of the things that made it quite, that kind of enlisted pride in us was there was the vibranium, right? That was unique to Wakanda. That's two. Three, it was depicting us being badasses, like turning at the place.
Yeah, man.
Nobody, like, we was running the thing.
Yeah, we was running the place for you.
Nobody was, the only people that could hurt us was us, right?
Usually the case.
I like that depiction, right? No problem. Here comes
the white people.
Black Panther 2.
The white people.
The first thing that done upsetting me is, what do you mean vibranium somewhere else? So you don't take with the special vibe from Wakanda because you don't put it under the sea.
Yeah.
Because it's under sea people.
Oh, that was Black Panther 2?
Yes.
Oh,
it wasn't Black Panther 2, it was Brown Panther. Or Brown Fish.
You mean?
It was actually more like Brown Fish because like the Mexican people was actually kicking everybody butt.
By one thing, you can't fight things that you water, you know. That's why I don't gonna be here. That's why I don't gonna be here as ever.
So these people down there got this whole big society down there.
Living their life like it's golden.
Right? But how you gonna make the brown people to come bang off the black people.
Division.
They were literally beating us off, Jade.
Division. Yeah. It's only because Shui spared her life, you know. Because she had killed.
Shui was getting eat up.
But yeah, she licks.
And then remember they were on the ship. They were on the ship getting.
Pissed me off.
What happened?
So bad.
Why? What happened?
Why would you pick the one place that they're better at us at? Why would you go fight them in the water?
Jade, no. You can't say that. You know why? Jade, they could fly and say yeah.
That's true.
So they better everywhere. But Jade, they came to Wakanda. They come to Wakanda and beat us off.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing.
No, that's true. However,
How you gonna make the movie where we getting beat up all the time? And the thing named Black Panther.
but we just taking L's out through this movie, you
The
know?
whole movie.
Oh my God.
The whole movie we just getting beat up by the Mexicans.
They kill.
They
They kill with mother.
Jade, they come to Wakanda and kill my mother. There's more colonization things again. I was like, look here, I thought we got away from this. This was supposed to be a celebration of people was going to like the movie in like dashiki, in African print,
No, they couldn't do that this time.
afros. But this time here, but you go out in there feeling like, but we barely make it out bad. This was like a post-colony movie.
But yeah.
It's like, but we barely make it out.
I know they're coming back first because Pana don't say, she ain't kill me? Okay. Okay. If they feel it done.
Jade, me and understand what kind of Black Panther movie that was. I was like,
the whole movie there against us.
Jade, we take licks to the whole
Left,
movie.
right hand in the water, out the water.
I don't work out what was gonna be happening when I saw the thing, right? The trailer. I didn't see the full trailer. I just saw like the image with the Mexican dude. I was like, oh, check this here. What's going on now? The blacks and the browns.
Yeah.
We link up. Are we gonna be doing damage on them whites?
Licks.
Licks for them
But
whites.
that's what he wanted. But we work out now when doing that. The man said, oh, yeah, and with me. Okay, let me show you what's going on. Because that's what he wanted. And he watched it. He said, listen, the white people is the enemy.
You're either with me or you're against me.
And if you're against me, I'm killing everybody.
My thing was, I was under the water all the time. I go to school under there.
Yeah, just because the white people were going to mess with the end, you know. That's the thing that pissing me off about this movie too, you know. Is the white people, what white people do?
Yeah. Don't they dig in the back kind of thing?
Yeah, the fish people come out, walk out. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. And then guess what? Oh no, it's called the girl they build the thing now.
Yeah,
So you're supposed to get trained in big people business?
Yeah, should be fast.
No, it wasn't sure, it's the other girl.
The other girl, yeah. Wow.
Keep the training about the big people business. She's cool, but she building that kind of thing.
I just couldn't understand how is it that this is Black Panther and all the black people just taking licks. They come in your house, kill off your mother. They couldn't even. I just like,
Joan off your mother.
Anyway, yeah, we gotta leave that for Darrione's reviews.
Yeah. That's it.
Bye.
But that was wild, man. So you go though.
You watching any good shows lately?
I started You, but then I stopped.
I still ain't get to the first season of You.
For sure? Yeah, like the stalker white man vibes, no?
It's one of them shows where I kind of have to be in a certain mode to get into it. And I think it was a slow burner too, like it started kind of slow.
Yeah. I think because I was so busy trying to get graphics up for the show, I was watching my computer constantly for graphics. I wasn't able to actually sit down and watch shows. So I haven't been able to. But, you know, Jaden coming home Saturday, so I'm probably going to have to watch what he's watching.
Yeah, I think for me, it's more, I've been very busy as well. And so the shows that I'm watching are pretty light. I'm not watching anything heavy. So I'm watching like Abbott Elementary.
I heard it's very good.
It's actually a really good show.
I heard it's very good.
It's actually really, and it's done very well. The acting is cool, it's funny. It's something I could like sit down and just watch at the end of the day, watch 2 episodes before I go sleep, that kind of thing. So it's actually really good. So
What was the last thing I watched by? That was really good. I think it's Neighbors from Hell. Something like that. Neighbor from Hell on YouTube or something like that.
Jade, bye.
These people different.
I don't understand what we're going on here like with these
Yeah,
shows, bye.
yeah.
I can see some, let me find something to watch. Neighbor from Hell look good, bye.
Yeah, bye. Literally. That's literally how it does go.
Wow.
Meaning my to you. That is not an exaggeration at all.
So the rest of the day looking like?
Well, I have some work, you know. Might go to Nevis to do some work today.
Nevis?
Yeah. Well,
Maybe I have a reason to go Nevis, you know. Yeah.
but how that going? How progress on that mission?
Oh, yeah. That's you know, trying to see. Actually, I will actually have to go to Nevis for an event that they're putting on. Something that the NCDF, that's the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, I think that's what it stands for, is putting on. And yeah, it should be a really cool show for Black History Month.
Ah.
And,
Oh yes, that is still happening.
Yeah.
I know we don't really pay attention to it anymore, except between them that we send to school this one day in the Black History clothes. But
I know for the last few years they were doing the decorate your door thing. I wonder if that's happening.
I have honestly not heard anything about any Black History Month activities. Maybe we need to speak to somebody who is doing that, but
I think we're dropping the ball on that. Even though, one thing that happened while we were on vacation was the anniversary of the Buckley's riot. I was happy to see that there was so much people that that took part in that.
Yeah.
And I went to commemorate that. I think it's something that is growing. I want to commend all the organizers. I know Ras Aya was involved in that, as well as you know, members of the Rastafarian community, but also just people from the general public. And there were a lot of people from the general public who were there. We passed by, I couldn't stop. I made it a point to just at least go and see exactly what the scene was and what was happening. And I really think that's something that we need to, as a country, really commemorate and remember. Because, not only because of what it meant for us here, but also what it meant for the region on a whole. I don't think people recognize that was such a pivotal moment in Caribbean history, not just Kittian history.
No, you said that. While we were on vacation as well, I was actually looking up some of the. I was trying to find channels that have like Caribbean history on it, and I did find one. They were talking about the Anguilla.
The revolution?
Yes, the revolution in Anguilla, and I think I did see one about the Buckley's riot as well.
Did they buckle?
Yeah. When Anguilla tried to wash us out.
By that.
They lose and still beefing up. Like, how you lose and still vex with us?
Big up the Anguillians one time. I have a lot of great Anguillian friends, and I think this younger generation is a lot less. There's a lot less animosity than in previous generations. But it's still there, man. It's still bubbling. But I'm gonna tell you, it's a big part of their history. It's just that we don't talk about it here, and I always find that to be so very interesting.
But that's like, what's that war that the white people lost? Confederates. The Confederates?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see how they hold on to that day even though they lost? I think is that when you lose, you just pay more attention to things.
Oh, yeah. You don't really see like the Yankees doing like reenactments of battles and so.
No. Why we like to hurt ourselves over and over?
We got to hold on to the pain, Jade.
Why?
What do you mean? People love misery, you know?
Why?
Because it's one of the emotions that people know what to do with it, and it's potent. Like, it's an easy emotion. Like, choosing to be happy ain't always easy for people. But the fact that you don't have to choose to be angry at something or somebody else, like, it's easy.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is.
But so you go.
Yeah.
So you go.
But Jade, I think it's time for us to...
Yes, it is.
To wrap up. Wow.
Just like that, boy. Oh, somebody says, collect decorating the door.
So the offices, or the departments, the different departments decorating. I think that's what, they did that last year.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I want some pictures of those.
Yeah. And I think that's a really cool initiative. I just think, though, that I am not very pleased with how we commemorate this month. I think we could do a lot more.
Yeah, I tell you, we dropped the ball. This month don't even feel like Black History Month.
No, when I see what some of the other countries doing so, like Dominica and even in the BVI and in places, some of the stuff that they're doing, is like bye. We really don't care. We really don't care.
Valentine's Day has more of an impact than Black History Month.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time. Huge.
So you go. But, you know, it's time for us to go.
Time for us to leave, time for us to go, time for us to disembark and disappear.
Yes. Well, you can't say the things that you used to say before.
I could.
It's still ours.
Yeah, of course it is.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
you know, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
It's all work in progress. And thanks to everyone who constantly gives us any critiques, words of encouragement. I walked through town yesterday, met a few people that gave me, you know, things to improve, things I'd like to see. And so we appreciate that. It's all a work in progress. Really looking forward to incorporating the phone line so we could hear you guys again.
Oh, I miss y'all voices, man.
Yeah,
I never thought I would miss y'all this much.
But definitely that's something that we're working on and bringing to the platform, and so look out for that as well. But it has been,
We're going outside.
I don't know, we're going outside. Are you sure?
Ambulance, things screeching.
Yeah, like cars.
I say, let's just make sure we go, please. A lot of things sound like,
Yeah,
sounds like what doomsday would sound like.
I'm telling you. Russ?
Yeah, anything after that.
Russ?
Russ steering across the road? Okay, well. Yeah. But guys, it has been amazing hanging out with you. We almost through the week. And thank you so much whether you joined us on Facebook or on YouTube. Again, look out for the clips on the other platforms. We're going to get that up and running for you guys.
Indeed.
Let us know some of your favorite moments so far so we could get that to you.
And y'all can send me any stories y'all find interesting that y'all want us to talk about.
Oh, yeah, they do that, yeah. Oh, a student got a flat tire?
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, yeah,
Wow.
we gotta rush for that. We gotta rush for that. Yeah, they gotta ship this back.
Wow. Azem just said don't put back on the pants because I can't tell the full story on you. I made him joking. This is the messages that have been getting about you. You don't get a message about me.
Shit,
I don't want to tell me.
I tell you the messages. What I do is, unlike you, I just filter out.
Not me. I tell you everything. Sorry, I'm going to try. You're right. You're right.
But yeah, guys, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And of course, the episodes, they live online. So feel free to go back, look, share, re-listen, re-share. I know somebody who tell me, oh, I missed the first day, so I'm like a day behind. So yesterday, when they were telling me about the first day, they said they're going to watch the second day today. I said, but you need to catch up. You could just watch 2 in a day.
They know that.
It's only 4 hours well spent.
Yeah. What else you doing? What else you doing?
I don't know.
Put in your earphones when you're doing your workout. You know how we look, you ain't necessarily need to see us.
I'm a podcast at the gym. When I gym, I listen to podcasts.
Yeah, treat us like a podcast.
That's exactly what we are.
By the way, we need to get these episodes up on somebody podcast streaming site. I have it on my list of things to figure out.
Oh, well, I know how to do it. There's distributors.
Okay, we can do it then.
Yeah, we could do that. Hey, but guys, thank you so much again. We gotta leave, we gotta go, we gotta disembark. Thank you so much for being a part of what it is.
Yes, remember guys, you can advertise with us. Send us a message on Instagram, Facebook. You could even message me privately, send me an email, whatever. However you can reach me, and we will figure that out.
Yeah, definitely. People are ready. We have limited slots, so
Yes.
make sure that you guys reach out quick. Also, we're starting a new thing. I think we discussed it earlier, so look out for that.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. So look out for that. We won't
Yeah.
announce it yet. We started a new thing that really gives persons an opportunity to utilize the platform to get their information out as well. So look out for that. And it's probably maybe next week we start that.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody tell clean TV.
Again, like all the smudges. But yes, thank you guys so much for being a part of what it is that we do here. We would not be able to do it without you. And yeah, we're gonna call it that, right?
Yeah. Time to go. Time to disembark.
Disembark? What?
Disembark. Big word jump over.
Big word. Thank you so much. It's been Sip and Chat with Azem and Jade. We're gonna see you guys tomorrow.